But by the end of it, the last 6 weeks, I probably lost like 5 pounds. And the juice is just not worth the squeeze at that point. What's up, motherfuckers? Welcome to Project Specimen, episode 3. Full push day. End of the cut. Today is the first day eating normal people calories. I don't know why I'm wearing this or whose fucking head it was on. But take you through a full push day. Talk about my cut, how it went, what I learned, and what you should be doing. Let's get into it. I really hope the mic is working, but first move of the day is going to be the incline chest press. I do have the hammer strength machine at this gym. I try to keep the machine the same, but when you work out at different gyms, it's kind of hard. This could be a warm-up set, I think. I'm not sure how heavy this is. But we'll see how it goes. Been loving this movement. Been progressing really well in this through the cut, actually. Only thing I haven't been progressing is everything else after this. But we'll see how it feels, a little bit more food in my system. Oh, pretty good. Yo, first working set. It's at 90 pounds. I don't know what the fuck any of these numbers mean, just because it is a new machine. Should be 6 to 8 reps. 2-second pause at the bottom for this one. I don't know how it's gonna feel, but we'll see how it goes. Always gotta make sure the sound is on. Wow, that felt good. Summit number 2, 8 to 10. No pausing on this one. Drop the weight a little bit. Let's see how it feels. I feel like chest feels like it's gonna explode. Yo, next up we got barbell bench press 3x3 with a 3-second pause. I do want to compete in powerlifting next year, so we have the bench in. 1, just to maintain that skill. 2, after the chest press. My chest should be a limiting factor here, so that should be good. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about my cut. So it lasted from 24th of September to 14th of December. So give or take like 9, 10, a little bit more than 10 weeks, almost 11. Went down 18 pounds. Started off really, really aggressive. I think the first month we lost like 10 pounds. We got down from 182 to 174. After that, we started slowing down. But my calories were still really, really aggressive. So when I first started, it was probably like 1900, which for me, I walk minimum of 10,000 steps a day. I train in person, so there's a lot of activity that goes on with that. It just gets really, really busy. So that was like a really low amount of calories. It makes sense. A lot of that water weight came off. I'm assuming a lot of the fat came off in the first part. The biggest mistake I made was keeping my calories low even after that. Not really eating as much on training days. Trying to aim for like 1700 calories. And I think that fucked me up in the long run. I'll explain why after the set. I didn't move that bad. But essentially, near the last 2 weeks, I've been at like 1500 calories. The 4 weeks prior to that was probably closer to like 18. And that just really took a toll, right? Last time I cut, my average was around 2100 calories. Probably started at like 24 and got down to 21 or 2000. And I was able to keep a lot of my muscle mass. And still look good at the end of the cut. Still feel pretty good. Whereas this time, there are a lot of days where I felt like shit. I relied a lot on caffeine. My sleep wasn't there either. It's been a little bit of a busier time for me right now. So taking all that into account, low calories didn't really give me the look I wanted. I was okay with losing a little bit of muscle. I'm not gonna lie. The deficit is aggressive. I had a timeline. I didn't want to cut into the holiday season, right? So 2 weeks into December was my cutoff. So I figured going ahead me, going really, really aggressive with a deficit, even though things started slowing down, was the best way to go about it. My coach did say you should probably eat more. Probably said that multiple times. But I just want to see how it play out, right? I want to see if taking a more aggressive approach, even after that initial weight loss has started to slow down a little bit, was worth it. But by the end of it, the last 6 weeks, I probably lost like 5 pounds. And the juice is just not worth the squeeze at that point. If you're in such an aggressive deficit, but the weight isn't dropping like it was, it doesn't make sense to be in such an aggressive deficit. If your training is taking a hit, you're feeling like shit when you're going through regular life. And for me, I'm working here, I'm running my business, posting on Instagram, right? That shit all takes a lot of energy. Sounds like such a bitch fucking made excuse, but those things takes energy, right? Like I'm coaching in person, coaching online, pretty much 24/7. I wake up and think about coaching, and go to sleep and think about coaching. And then what comes to shit like that, like it fucks with you. You don't really have the energy to give your best effort to the things that you're doing. So going back, lesson I learned: you don't have to cut your calories that low. I probably would take a little bit more of a moderate approach. But what I did learn about taking an aggressive diet approach is those first 10 pounds, I don't think it would have came off that fast if I wasn't in such an aggressive deficit. So if I were to go back and do it again for my next cut, I would probably say 4 weeks. You go into like 1900 calories for me. Chill there, wait till that comes off, and then bump my calories back up just a little bit below maintenance. And then we can ride that slow wave where performance is still there, fat loss is still coming off, and you're gonna feel good. You're gonna eat more food, and it always feels good to eat food, right? Like past like 3-4 weeks, I've been really, really restricting myself. Not a lot of eating out, maybe once a week tops. Really cut down on the date nights I had with my girl. I didn't really go out to see my friends a lot because I know that comes with like probably gonna have a couple drinks, eat a little bit more food, and when I'm on something like this, like I don't want that many distractions, right? I know what I need. It did help in terms of work and business because I was able to put a little bit more energy into that. I wasn't doing as much weird shit, but it's just a trade-off. Going back, I just bump on my calories a little bit more, and that's what I do. So after this set, I'll tell you guys what I think you should do, especially if you're on your first cut and you're trying to get that weight off for the first time. This is what I would do. Let's go. Once it passes halfway, bro, I know I'm blocking that bitch up. So if you're doing your first cut for the first time, I would start off really, really slow because you just eating at maintenance calories and tracking your food is going to go a long way in bringing off that initial water weight off, right? So you're going to get that little win there. And I'd probably take like a 300 to 500 calorie deficit. So for most of you, that's going to be somewhere between 2,000 and 2,400 calories. And that's going to go a long way in helping you stick to the diet long term, right? That's gonna allow you to still eat your favorite foods in moderation. You still fit it into your macros. That's gonna go a long way in making sure you're seeing progress for a decent amount of time, right? Especially when you're first in a deficit, you getting your steps up, eating a little bit less than maintenance, it's gonna go a long way, and you can ride that wave probably close to 6 to 8 weeks before you have to make a change, right? And then I'd probably take 150 to 200 calories off and decrease it from there, or increase your cardio, increase your step count. Those are probably better ways to go about it because you're not going to just get limited to eating less and less food, which is not fun for anyone, right? So start off with a smaller deficit, increase the amount of cardio, increase the amount of activity you're doing, and that's going to be much better bang for your buck. Next exercise we got is chest flies, 3 by 12 to 15. There's a 2-second pause at the back. But yeah, guys, learn a lesson from my cut. Drastic cutting, even with someone that could fucking stick with it, because it was hard, but I stuck with it even though like I felt like fucking dying sometimes. It's not worth the squeeze, right? I would usually superset this with the rear delt flies after this. Um, but I still got another hour before my next client, so I got time. I'm gonna chill out, take my break, and rest in between my set because, man, I work here all day. I can afford that. And I like using my workout times. I like to block off 2 hours, even though my workouts don't really take 2 hours. But knowing how the 2 hours gives me the freedom, peace of mind to be able to go into the workout not rushed. It's my time. I don't really talk to people. I don't like conversating during my workout unless I'm working out with someone. But that's like once every other week. Most of my workouts are like slow. Sorry. Most of my workouts are like solo because that's my time. I don't really get that time anywhere else, right? Especially with my job, like always talking to people. It's great. Love training lives, but this is how I pour my own fucking cup. Yo, so for my last set, we got a rest pause set. Really, really important on this one. I think I'm just gonna hold the stretch there for my rest pause, and that should fuck me up a lot more. I think someone taught me this. It's like a stretch intensifier. There's some fucking crazy name for it, but essentially I'm gonna do as many as I can, and I'm just gonna rest here in the stretch position with some weight, and I'll try and get as many reps as you can. Some fucking bodybuilding technique. Some meathead taught me this, but fuck it, why not? So here I'm just gonna stretch back here and hold it. Fuck, bro, that was fuck. Jesus. It's called a blood starving set. That's what it's called. Yeah, we got 3 sets of rear delt flies. 2 sets actually. I was actually doing this with my boy the other day. This guy said it wasn't really full range of motion. So I was like, here. And I came to here. He's like, bro, full range of motion. This motherfucker just goes fucking all the way back on every rep. And he's like, yo, I can't progress on these. I'm like, no wonder, bro. You're fucking way back here. The rear delts only have leverage from here to about here. After that, I don't even know what the fuck muscles are working. So, trying to hit your rear delts and a rear delt fly, you only have to come to about 90 degrees, maybe a little bit more, get your elbows back, and then right there. You don't have to be way the fuck back here, because that's just more of a flexibility thing, right? So, let's get into it. Yo, next up we got a Smith Machine JM press. Never looked at a camera like this before. Smith Machine JM press. 2 sets, last set's gonna be a drop set. I've actually really learned to like this movement. I wasn't fucking with it when my coach first put it in my block. But it's something I've grown on. Like, it just took a while for me to find the positioning. And for me, I gotta bring it like right to like where my chin is. Not too high, not too low. And I find my elbows like it. Just you pump. Feels good. Biggest thing I noticed on the cut though is when I lost weight really, really fast, my arms were the first thing that clapped, bro. They got so fucking stringy and small. So next 3 weeks, as I'm on maintenance calories, they're definitely gonna fill out. So I'm excited. Like even right now, I ate a little bit more food this morning, and my bicep vein's already back. Like past 3 days, past 3 days, I was a lot lower body weight, no bicep vein. Moment you put a little bit more food in you, things start popping out, right? So I'm excited for next few weeks at maintenance. It's gonna be fun, especially with all the fun food for Christmas. Holy fuck. Yo, next up we got machine lateral raise. I'm not gonna lie, I fucking hate doing these. But I think I found a way to make it feel a little bit better. They just never feel like they hit my delt. So instead of grabbing the handles, I'm actually gonna grab out in front, and that's gonna put my arms in like a 30, 40 degree angle. Also allowing me to push out. So now my shoulders are gonna be more in that scapular plane instead of way back here, where it's gonna be a lot more trap. And this way I theoretically should feel Hit my side delts. I'll let you guys know how it goes. That did not feel right, but I think I have a solution. So here's me making training more complicated than it needs to be. I just stole all the fucking yoga blocks or whatever the fuck these things are called. Let's slide them up here, so it's a little bit further out. Now when I grab these bitches, oh, there we go. That was worth every fucking pad. That felt good. So after the machine lateral raise, we got single arm lateral raises and X tricep push downs. I'm just gonna, fuck it. I'm gonna do lateral raise and overhead extensions. I'm just gonna superset those. But your boy's short on time. Holy fuck. And welcome, because this hit has no numbers on it. So this is ultimate train by feel. Pause at the top, peak contraction, and all the way back down. And keep your chest up the entire time on this one. You don't want to let it drop, because everything else will take over. Now I'm gonna superset an X tricep. Jesus Christ. Bro, what the fuck? My ass about to get fired. So after the cable thing broke, I think the audio on my camera also decided to give up. So I just ended up doing some dumbbell lateral raises, quick little pose session in the middle, and then just rip some bicep curls at the end because I had the dumbbells in my hand. Because why not? So there's that, and I'll catch you guys in the outro. Excuse the shitty audio, but completely forgot to record the ending of that video. But here it is. That was a full push day workout. End of the cut. Finally back eating more food, especially through the holiday season. I'll keep you guys posted. Probably post something in a couple weeks. Make sure keeping you guys updated on the shit I'm eating and how training is going, because I think it's cool to just get a glimpse of what the fuck your boy Coach Kegs is actually doing. So till then, catch you guys in the next episode of Project Specimen.